Hello, future educators and this course living in the IT era. Did you know that a pre-mechanical age is the earliest age of information technology? This period is much of estimation, for it was difficult to gather evidence about what systems were used so long time ago. It could have been near to 500 BC and estimated 3000 BC to 1450 AD. Now, let's explore where humans started communicating.
Petroglyphs, writing and alphabets communication. First, humans communicated only through speaking, picture, and drawings 3000 BC. The Sumerians in Mesopotamia devised cuneiform around 2000 BC. Phoenician created symbols, the Greeks later adopted the Phoenician alphabet and the added vowels. The Romans gave the letters Latin names to create the alphabet we use today.
Cuneiform, the first true written language and the first real information system. Star, heaven or God. At around 2000 BC, the Phoenicians created symbols that express single syllables and consonants. Greek adopted the Phoenician alphabet and added vowels. Romans gave the letters Latin name create the alphabet we use today.
In addition, did you know that cuneiform script was a system of writing that used wedge-shaped marks made on clay tablets with the knead stylus? And these clay tablets were then baked in the sun to preserve the writing, making them one of the earliest recorded forms of written communication in human history. It's fascinating to think about how this early form of writing paved the way for the development of written languages and communication systems that we use today. So next time you write a message, remember that it is all started with cuneiform script.
In the pre-mechanical age, from 3000 BC to 1450 AD, paper as we know it today not exist. Instead, various materials were used to create a writing surfaces. The first is papyrus. Papyrus was one of the earliest forms of paper-like material. It was made from the pith of the papyrus plant, which grew along the banks of Nile River in the ancient Egypt. The pith was cut into thin strips, layered in a crosshatch pattern, pressed and dried to create a sheet-like surface suitable for writing. Next is parchment. Parchment, also known as vellum, was made from the animal skins, typically those of sheep or goats. The skin was carefully prepared by scraping off the hair and splish, then stretched and smooth. Parchment provided a durable and long-lasting writing surface.
Bamboo and wooden tablets. In certain regions, thin wooden tablets or bamboo stripes were used as writing surface. These materials were often coated with wax, and a stylus made of wood or metal was used to write on them. The stylus could create temporary or erasable marks, making them suitable for temporary records or notes. As for pens, quill pens were commonly used during this time period. Quill pens were made by cutting and shaping the feathers of large birds, such as geese or swans. The feather shaft was sharp to a point, and a slit was made a tip to hold the ink. Quill pens were dipped into inkwell or containers of ink and could be used for writing on papyrus, parchment, or wooden tablets.
Also, bamboo and wooden tablets in ancient China. Bamboo was a feature of various aspects of daily life.
Material used for writing surfaces and pens in the pre-mechanical age were labor-intensive to produce, but they served as the foundation for writing and communication and documentation during that time.
Good day, everyone. I want to share the information about first calculator. abacus was invented, first calculator in Babylonia and popularized in China. First calculator is one of the very first information processors.
Pictographs way back 1,000 years ago, around 3000 before Common Era to 1450 Common Era. During this time, humans started communicating with one another using words and pictograms carved in rocks. They started to write symbols as words and pictographs carved in rock, substitute for pictures to depict ideas, objects, and animals. Also, pictographs represent the frequency of data while using symbols or images that are relevant to the data. This is one of the simplest way to represent statistical data.